Will this ever end?
Welcome back to another episode with your host, Tabitha. Here is where we have some straightforward discussions on political and social news, television show recaps, and of course, everyone's favorite, celebrity gossip. These discussions are to simply chat about what's happening in the world around us. The intent is not to be mean or malicious, but to remain informed on the more serious topics and to just have a little fun discussing the craziness that surround our favorite celebrities. So grab yourself a drink and a snack. Sit back and relax and enjoy the conversation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the first episode of Tabitha Speaks Politics. Listen, I already had this channel. I had this channel as a backup channel, and a bunch of you guys came over and you supported me by subscribing to the channel, and it's just been lying dormant for quite some time now. And I wanted to bring back my discussions on what's happening around us politically and socially, but I was a bit nervous about incorporating that into Tabitha Speaks TV, which is where I do all of my celebrity gossip videos, my recap and reviews videos. So I was nervous about that because we know that YouTube can be very fickle. And we know in talking about politics, social injustices, specifically when it comes down to speaking up for Black people, white people and their white fragility come into play. They will spam the channel, they will report videos, and you just never know if YouTube will side with you or with the person displaying their white fragility. They never dispute the facts. They always report the video for hate speech or harassment and bullying when I do nothing of the sort. Right? So I decided I'm going to keep my political talk separate from what I do on my other channel. And we are here to talk about what popped off last night. Now, we know we are still reeling from the massacre that took place at Tops grocery store in Buffalo, New York. Then we had the massacre that took place at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. I know it took me some time to try to find my spark, and it finally showed back up yesterday. These massacres back to back to back to back are draining. And then just before I shut it down on yesterday, because you guys know I need to be able to shut down by 6 or 7 o'clock so I can have some evening time to decompress from all of the negativity that I've seen throughout the day. Because you guys know I do quick videos, political wise and social injustice wise, out there on TikTok and on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on all of my social media sites, because sometimes I talk about things that I only talk about over on Instagram, and the same with TikTok, and it will be the same here. Sometimes I don't have a lot to say about certain situations. It's just a quick blip of an opinion, and that's what I share out on social media. YouTube will be for more deep dives and discussions, especially live videos. So if you've come across this video and this channel for the first time and you are not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers before I can go live. I can actually go live now, but all of the features, the live features, are not available to me until I get to 1,000 subscribers. And there's one feature in particular that I must have, and that would be member or subscriber only commenting. Yes, when I go live, I only want subscribers to be able to comment in the live. And there's a reason for that. These types of videos attract trolls, attract racist trolls, attract trolls who are dealing with white entitlement, attract trolls that are dealing with white fragility, attract trolls that are dealing with all of the above. So I only need for subscribers to be able to comment when I go live. So help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. It would be greatly appreciated. So last night, just before I shut it down so I can decompress, I saw that there was a shooting at a Walmart in Pennsylvania. It was being reported as a mass shooting. But as more details came out, it was a specific shooting. Not that it was okay and we should overlook it, but it wasn't a mass shooting. Not 5 minutes later, it was reported that there was a massacre that took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where 4 people were murdered. And this took place at a hospital. And I just got my hands on an article. And I'm just, for as all that I have seen, I am still dumbfounded at how this went down. We here in the United States have a problem with the soft gun laws in this country. Over 90% of Americans are wanting tougher gun laws. And there are plenty of us that will support an assault weapons ban altogether. Republicans who are heavily paid by the NRA to the tune of millions of dollars, they will not vote to ban assault weapons, and they will not vote for stricter gun laws, tougher background checks, universal background checks, that type of thing. And so now they're after the shooting that took place over at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. They're now having all of these hearings where they're supposed to be, coming together to try to unite on tougher gun laws. I view it as smoke and mirrors because Mitch McConnell said right away that it's all about mental health. So they're changing this. They're changing the script. They're deflecting from assault ban to let's work on mental health. The problem is that when you have a problem, an individual with a problem, and they're suffering from mental health, they can go into a gun shop and purchase an assault rifle, an AR-15. So yes, we could use some mental health care universal in this country. But is it going to stop that individual from going into a gun store and purchasing that AR? I don't think so. And it's a deflection. They're going to focus on mental health. Meanwhile, you can still go into a gun shop and purchase an assault rifle. Here's what blew me away about the massacre that took place down in Tulsa. This individual, this is the guy right here, went into a gun shop, purchased an AR, left the shop, went straight to the hospital, and shot it up. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. And I'm shocked. He passed the background check. When I have a gun, I pass the background check. It's a quick 10, 15-minute thing. Does it flag some people? Yes, there were plenty of people that were flagged when I went to purchase mine. But this man was able to get away with it. You can have an individual suffering from some type of breakdown, some type of mental illness that has never been in trouble with the law. Done everything right. The driver's license is current. Their car insurance is current. No history whatsoever. And they can go in and purchase that AR and they have ill intent. And that's what the case was here. Let's read into what took place. I got this from NBC News. And NBC News is reporting a gunman who killed 4 people at a Tulsa hospital on Wednesday targeted a doctor who had treated him and bought the AR-style rifle used in the shooting on the day of the attack. Michael Lewis was armed with a rifle, which he had purchased at 2 p.m. Wednesday, and a handgun when he went to St. Francis Hospital shortly before 5 p.m. He opened fire inside the Natalie building, killing Dr. Preston Phillips and Dr. Stephanie Hewson, receptionist Amanda Glenn, and a patient. Police said at a news conference on Thursday. Tulsa Police Chief Wendell Franklin said that the shooter was a patient of Dr. Phillips and underwent back surgery on May 19th. The shooter was released May 24th and repeatedly complained of being in pain in the days afterward. On May 31st, the shooter received additional treatment at the hospital, but still complained of pain. The chief said the shooter blamed Phillips for his pain. Hours before the killings, the shooter purchased an AR-15 style rifle from a gun store. Days before that, he had bought the semi-automatic pistol because the gun laws are stricter on the pistol than on the AR-15. So he had to go in and start that process a few days ago. But the AR-15 walked out with it the same day. The chief said the shooter had a letter with him which made it clear that he came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way. He blamed Dr. Phillips for the ongoing pain following the surgery. The shooting began around 4:52 p.m. on the second floor of the 5-story building. A doctor was on video call with someone and told the person to call 911 to report shots fired. Police received the first report at 4:53 and were on the scene in 3 minutes. By that time, it was over when you're dealing with an AR-15. Franklin said the shooter parked in the parking garage and entered through a second-floor door. As soon as he walked in, he began firing at anyone that was in the way. The shooter died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound as officers were making their way to the second floor. Either before the chaos or during, the shooter called his wife, and who alerted authorities. So he called home, talked to the wife, I guess maybe let the wife know what he was doing, and the wife did the right thing, reached out to authorities. Franklin said Phillips was found dead in an examination room. Other people were wounded, but a hospital official did not say how many or if it was from the gunshots. Those who were wounded have been treated and released. And then it goes into talking about thoughts and prayers, what Kamala Harris had to say, what Joe Biden had to say, and so on and so on and so on. And when you look at this shooter, the eyes tell you that something is not right. The eyes tell you that something is not right. But this is how it happened. He went into a gun shop, purchased the AR, left, went straight to the hospital, and did what he was intending to do. I don't understand why there can't be a waiting period, a 30-day waiting period. I don't understand why mandatory training needs to be taken to own this type of weapon. I own the weapon. I can use my weapon. There was no training required for me. I am scheduled for training, but that's because in my mind, I am using a deadly weapon. I want to be responsible with this weapon. I want to learn how to properly use this weapon. I want to learn how to handle myself in situations where I need to protect myself. That is a responsible gun owner. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Meanwhile, you have Louis Gohmert, Republican, having a hissy fit. A hissy fit because all of us, not just Democrats, all of us are looking at them as if they don't care about what's going on in this society when it comes to these lax gun laws. Here's what he had to say.
Side of the aisle come in and accuse Republicans of being complicit in murder, and that we put our right to kill over others' right to live, to infer by rhetorical supposed questions, who are you here for? We must be here for the gunman, is an outrage. How dare you? You think we don't have hearts? It's just that when we look at the things that you're doing and you're trying to do to America, we've seen the carnage. I mean, for heaven's sake, let's take example. Democrats control the major cities that have the worst murder rates. That's right. Your ideas have been shown to get people killed. Are you here for the murderers in Chicago, in Philadelphia, in these other major cities, because you're wanting to do nationally what is being done by Democrats in those big cities? We care about people. We care about their lives. And lives have been so trivialized. We care deeply. How dare you? How dare you, you arrogant people, attributing murder to those of us that want to do things to stop it? Because we've seen what your ideas do. They create more murder. Okay.
See what I mean? White fragility. That's all I got, y'all. Again, if you've come across this video and are not subscribed, click the subscribe button. I need to get to 1,000. I'd appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.
Thank you for tuning in to the conversation. Make sure you subscribe and rate the episode. And to stay connected with Tabitha, head on over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Tabitha. And you can also follow on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All the links will be available in the More Info box. Until next time, be good to yourselves and each other.
And each other.